104 days is how many days a year you waste by taking 2 days off every single weekend. It's 104 days you could be building the physique you want. It's 104 days you'd be building the business you want. It's 104 days you could be doing anything with your time besides relaxing. See, most of the population considers balance working 5 days of the week and then relaxing the other 2 on the weekend, right? Now, successful people look at it a bit different. They actually look at balance kind of like seasons, right? Where I live, there's about 4 seasons a year. I see successful people usually live their life in about 2 seasons a year. The first season is the season of work. All they do is work, 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. The other season is where they kind of work and have, an actual work-life balance, what, most normal people consider balance, right? They're probably working 5 days of the week. Maybe they're having fun the other 2. That's usually what I notice successful people do. We all know if we want to get ahead in life, we all know if we want to do exactly what we want with our lives, we can't live our life like the majority of people. We all know the reason the 1% is the 1% is because they don't follow weekends. They don't follow the scams that the majority of the population adheres to. The season of no is something that Alex Hormozy came up with. It's the season where from now on you say no to everything that does not promote your growth towards your goal. This is when you start taking weekends as more work days. You no longer consider weekends as off days. You consider them work days as well. It's where you say no to relaxing. It's where you say no to having fun. It's where you say no to going out with your boys, having a drink, saying no to the movies, and getting ahead in life. Because the reason the majority of people are stuck exactly where they are and they will be stuck there forever is because they're spending 104 days a year on the weekends relaxing. In addition to the 122 days a year you are actually relaxing, which is when you sleep. That's right. If you sleep 8 hours a day, think about this. If you sleep 8 hours a day, every single night, over 365 days, which you do sleep every day, to 122 days a year, you are relaxing. That is actually relaxing when you are sleeping. So why do we need 104 days a year of more relaxing? Because when you add that up, how much is it? That's 226 days a year the average person is relaxing. That only leaves you with 139 days a year that you're actually working. And that's considering if you're doing 16-hour days. So you probably now realize why the average person, why maybe even you, are stuck where you are. If you're trying to move the needle ahead in life, if you're trying to accomplish something, if you're trying to build something, if you're trying to become better, forget about weekends. Realize that they are a scam, followed by the general population, because the general population is average. And the average person is fat, lazy, depressed, and not happy with their life. Don't be like the average person. Now, why is this? Because people aren't naturally born like this. Nobody's naturally born depressed. Hopefully not fat, from what I know. Hopefully they're not born like this. Nobody is born average. Well, everybody is born average. But it's up to you to decide if you're going to become special, if you're going to become the 1%. It's all up to you. There's no difference between you and the person you want to be like. Think about the person that inspires you the most that you want to be like. There's nothing different. He was not born any different. She was not born any different. Whatever. They have chosen and intentionally got there. And part of that was not believing in the scams most people follow. In this case, the weekends. So, the reason most people are tired is because most people are not in physical shape, mental shape, and so on. First, let's start with physical shape. Think about this. If you aren't in physical shape, right now, if you lift up your shirt and you don't have a 6-pack of abs, like this, if you don't have that, you are not healthy, or not as healthy as you could be. And I'm not saying you have to be a shredded 6-pack, but if you can't visibly see maybe a little bit of muscle, you have a lot of fat covering it, or even if you're like super, super skinny, you are not healthy and you could be a lot healthier. And so first you take those 104 days a year that you're going to get back by not taking the weekends off, going out and ruining your progress also every single night, whatever you may be doing. You're going to take those 104 days back and you're going to put them into yourself. You're going to invest those 104 days into yourself. And boom, you're going to be in the physical shape you want to be in. That will bring you the physical energy you need. Because the truth is, once you get into physical shape, you're going to feel so much better. You're also going to love your life more. Like, imagine right now you go look in the mirror and you have your dream body. That would put a smile on your face, wouldn't it? You'd feel really, really good. And you would love your life just that much more, right? Now, you have this sick body now. What do you do next? Well, you're like, well, I'm still kind of dumb, right? So you go improve your intellectual mental plane. You start reading a little, listening to podcasts, maybe studying successful people, just learning a bunch of things, right? Trying to become smart. And so you start to realize a bunch of more scams just besides the weekends. You start to realize that everybody's spending all this time on the phone that does nothing. It's draining your energy. You start to realize that all these foods are draining your energy. You start to realize that the majority of people are talking down about themselves and their affirmations. And it's like basically what they think about themselves, what they say to themselves. Like, oh, I can't do that. I can't become this. I'm this, I'm that. Those are your affirmations. It's what you're affirming to yourself. Once you start to like really dig in and try to improve your mental mind with those 104 days extra you're going to have, you're going to start to change your affirmations. It's going to stop going from I can't to I can. It's going to stop going from I hate to I love. Like everything is going to change just by putting these 104 days in. And boom, you have your physical body in shape and now your mental mind is a little bit better. Because every day you wake up and imagine you get like 100 brain points. That's what Hamza likes to call it. You get these 100 brain points. The majority of people, they don't even realize that they have this amount of energy. And they just allow it to be sucked out of them. By their phone, by the food, by this job, by this, by the way they think about themselves. They don't ever put it into their future self. That's why they don't have energy. That's why they need the 2 days a week off. Plus the 122 days a year they spend sleeping. You do not, like naturally you don't need 2 days a week off. You can go 7 days a year. You can go 7 days a week for years. You have the energy to really push yourself. It might not be there yet, but you can get there. So, everything is back to normal now, hopefully. Okay, this is all hypothetical. You spend the next year getting back 104 days. You get your physical body in shape and your mental mind in shape. You are ready to go and start creating something out of yourself now. You're no longer being scammed, and you have all of these points, this life money you get to spend on creating whatever you want. And let me actually tell you a story about what I did with my life money. So 1.5 years ago when I realized this scam, when I saw clearly everything that the Matrix was doing to me, I quit going out on the weekends, deleted Snapchat, just entirely decided to focus on myself. And at first I got a lot of FOMO, I got a lot of resistance doing this from myself, my mind, the people around me. I felt really lonely at first. People were like, what's going on? Et cetera, et cetera. It was a big life change. But I got through that resistance. And at the time I was working, I like over the past 1.5 years, 2 years basically, I've worked a bunch of different jobs. Just a bunch of different of them. But outside of all of these jobs, I was always spending my time working on what I was trying to build, and that was my social media accounts, right? Have over 300,000 followers now, right? And so that's what I was building over the last 1.5 years with all of my spare time. And so for 1.5 years, I saw nothing, no results. Cool, I got followers, but I don't have money in my pocket, right? But then 1.5 years and 3 months later, I have been able to quit my job and book a one-way ticket to Thailand. And to you, this might sound like, oh, cool. To me, this is like big. Like being able to actually like, okay, I have to quit my job now because it's taking up too much of my time that could be used to even further my business and make more money so that I can go travel more. Like, I'm just trying to say the ability that, like, it took me 1.5 years of not seeing any results. And it took me only 3 months to finally see all of those results and be able to do exactly what I want. And I'm saying this because what you will need to accomplish this is belief. I need you to believe so much in yourself that you can accomplish exactly what you want. Because 1.5 years ago, I didn't believe I could do this. I did not believe I'd be going to Thailand in 25 days. I did not believe I'd be basically financially free. I did not believe I'd be doing exactly basically what I love for money. For freedom, which is what is money. It's insane to me. And it took me 1.5 years. Think about this. For the next 3 years, let's say you work a full-time job. You work a 9 to 5. If for the next 3 years you take weekends off, in 3 years that will be 1 full year of extra time you get back that you can spend on anything. And so if you actually divide that, that would be, I've spent about pretty much half a year on building my social media and business to become basically financially free and to go travel halfway across the country and go actually live life. Half a year. It's actually way more simple than you think to change your life. It's just most people online won't tell you this. Most people don't actually even really do it, and they don't understand exactly how they did it either. It's the crazy part. It's all from focus. And a lot of people don't know what focus is, so let me break it down for you really quick. You were naturally a focused person, but there was a bunch of distractions distracting you from your focus. Right? You got the phone and it's taking hours of your day. You want to watch your latest Netflix show. You want to play this video game. Blah, blah, blah. Like everything is distracting you so you never get actually like any work done at all. And also, if you're working 5 days a week and then you take the other 2 days a week off, you're breaking your focus. Think about it with your eye. If you're trying to focus on something, it's because you're trying to see it. Like the camera lens focuses on me so it can see me. It's the same with you. You're trying to focus on something so that you can see it clearly. And if you don't see exactly how you're going to get where you want to go in life clearly, you're not focused. You don't deserve a weekend off. You already get 122 days a year of relaxation. Why do you need more? Does your life really suck that bad? Good. Good. I'm glad it does. My life sucked. I'm glad it did because it drove me to do something about it. It's still not perfect. And it's good it's not perfect because then I would get complacent. But I enjoy it now. But back to what I'm saying. Momentum and focus. If you are building up your momentum and focus 5 days a week and destroying it, even if you're just sleeping in, considering like a Saturday morning, like, oh, I get to catch up on sleep. You shouldn't be catching up on sleep because then you're just not getting enough sleep throughout the week, and you're clearly not balancing out your week good enough. You have to become better at getting your sleep throughout the week. And again, if you consider the weekend as work days too, then you wouldn't have to compact so much in 5 days. You can spread it out now more through 7 days, take it more easy, be less stressed, and keep the momentum going. The reason people need weekends is to relax, is to decompress, to have a drink. All because they were trying to compact everything in 5 days, when if you spread it out over 7, you'll be a lot better. But imagine this like a ball. Throughout the 5 days, it's going to start rolling like this. When the weekend comes, boom, it breaks momentum. And on Monday, it starts rolling again. Weekend comes, boom, it breaks momentum. It's the reason why we stay stuck in exactly where we are. It's basically by self-sabotaging ourselves. What do successful people do? They stay focused. They stay focused on a thing until they see it and achieve it. So they don't take the weekends off. They get the ball rolling, It keeps just rolling faster and faster and faster until it fucking hits the target. That's how they achieve what they want. And it's such little sacrifice. Again, the beginning is going to cause you a lot of resistance. But once you get over that, everything will be so much easier. But you just got to realize, you're getting scammed. Like, our life is so finite. Like, we only have so much time on planet Earth to live the life we get. You have 100 life energy points. And by following what the majority of people tell you is good, by following what all your friends do, what gets the most girls, you're spending your life points getting scammed and wasting it. Because the truth is, going out every single weekend to the fucking small club in your town, the bar, whatever, it's not as enjoyable as some of the other things in life. Like, think about all the things. Like, there's so much out there to go enjoy, to go do. And we're just allowing ourselves to be instantly gratified. Like, the majority of people are just so instantly gratified by the small things. There's such bigger things out there. But you have to experience a small taste of it so that you understand it. And you're like, oh, wow, there is a lot more out there. There's another thing, too, is the Matrix, whatever you want to call it, society, it doesn't want you to know this. It doesn't want you to know the secrets. It doesn't want you to know that there's more out there for you. It doesn't want you to believe that there's more out there for you. Why do they call it the 1%? Because it's such a small group. There's only 1% of people. It's not even actually 1%. It's way less. That actually live life on their own terms. If you're watching this, you're part of the 1%. You're going to make it, even if you're this far in the video. Like, you're going to accomplish exactly what you want with your life. Oh, I should add this. Talking about resistance, you will get the FOMO, the fear of missing out. I don't think I mentioned this. I'll be honest, I've gone out 4 or 5 times in the past, let's say, 2 years, since I kind of noticed this scam and stopped allowing myself to be scammed. And every time I go out, everybody's the same. They're all in the same position. They all have the same mental capacity, which if you even want to consider it mental capacity, they're all just bots, is the best way to put it. They're all just the same. They haven't really moved far ahead in life. So what have I been missing out on? Oh, that one night she drank a whole keg of beer. Oh, Jimmy freaking slipped on the floor, and this happened, and everyone got in a fight. Like, okay, dude, like, what? I did a bodybuilding competition. I'm going to town. Like, that's what you gotta, like, think about. Like, imagine you pull up there and you flex like that. I'm making a lot of hate for this because people don't like when you achieve what you want. But fuck those people. You're gonna get a lot of resistance saying that you're a lame fuck, but it's just because they were unable to achieve what they wanted. Because they were allowing themselves to get scammed by weekends. Just think about it. Are those instant gratification things really worth it? Is sleeping in a couple hours really worth it? Is spending 5 days a week, getting your meal plan down, working out, doing your cardio, and then just fucking ruining all the progress you made by having a cheat meal on the weekend because your vibration was low, because you stayed up late and woke up late and beat your meat that night, and etc., etc. No, none of it's fucking worth it. Stop self-sabotaging yourself from becoming the better version of yourself, the best version of yourself. I think that's enough being said for this video. I really hope this changed your life. Like, I really hope it did. For now, you're in the season of no. There will be a season in the future where you go get to enjoy life. And to the copers out there, you will enjoy the season of no. You will enjoy the hard work. You will fall in love with it. Why? Because you get the result. You get the cookie. That's the shit you love. Yeah. Peace out.